Are you one of the many people that find it difficult to put eye drops in? If so, this guide to putting your eye drops in will hopefully be of help. Part 1. Preparation. It's important that you keep your eye drops germ-free, so always wash your hands before using your eye drops, and always make sure that the nozzle doesn't touch anything, like your eye, eyelid, fingers or face, because this will transfer germs to the nozzle of the bottle. If you do accidentally touch the nozzle, wipe it clean with a dry tissue, and then squeeze one drop out to flush out the nozzle. But it's better not to contaminate the nozzle in the first place. You must also make sure that the bottle is clean and stored with the cap on. And never use someone else's eye drops or eye drops which are past their use-by date. Part 2. Positioning. This section will give you advice on how to get a drop of the medicine into the pouch below your eye. First off, it's worth remembering that eye drops don't have to be dropped directly onto the eye. Instead, they can be dropped into the pouch below the eye. This is handy because the pouch below the eye is much less sensitive than the eye itself. To get the drop into the pouch, it's important that your head is tilted back so that gravity helps the drop fall from the bottle into the right place. If you find it difficult to put your head back, try lying down with your face towards the ceiling. Now, holding the bottle in one hand, take your other empty hand and make it into a fist. Lay it palm side down on your face and position it under the eye that the drop will go in. Now, with your hand still in a fist shape, use your bent middle finger to pull your lower lid down. Next, take the eye drop bottle and rest it between any two knuckles of your empty fist, which is still resting on your face. Now close the eye you want the drop to go into and feel whether the closed bottle tip is over it. When you feel you're in the right position, take the cap off the bottle, open your eye, keep the pouch held open and squeeze an eye drop into it. Just one drop is enough if it goes in correctly. You could also try a different hand position, with your hand holding the bottle resting on your forehead, while your other hand holds your lower lid down. This way, the bottle will be coming from above your eye rather than below it. It can also be helpful to roll your eye back, as though you're trying to look behind you. This makes it easier for the drop to fall into the pouch. Alternatively, you could try staring at the nozzle, but because it needs to be very close to your eye, it won't always be easy to see. Another method is to line up a closed bottle, note which part of the bottle has to sit where, take the cap off, and try again. Positioning is not easy, but there is more than one way of approaching the problem, and different things are worth trying. Practice and slight adjustments can really be of benefit when it comes to finding the best positioning method for you. And please remember, whatever method you use, make sure that the nozzle is over your eye pouch and not touching your eyelid or your eye. Part 3. Extra help. If you're still having difficulty, here are some more tried and tested positioning methods. Some people set everything up in the mirror first. Then they tilt their head back and squeeze the bottle. Some people spend time working out which knuckle of the other hand the bottle has to rest on in order to get the nozzle in the right place. Some people lie on their backs, resting the thread of the screw top of the bottle on the bridge of their nose so that the nozzle is over their eyelid pouch. Then they squeeze the bottle, releasing a drop. And some people keep their eye drops in the fridge because it's easier to feel where the eye drops land when they're cold. Part 4. After the eye drop goes in. When you close your eyelid, the drop you put into your lower lid pouch should spread evenly across the front of your eye. To ensure the drop has spread evenly, it may be helpful to close your eye after the drop goes in and, with the lid still closed, roll your eye around. It can also be helpful to blink your eyes. Sometimes, just like with your tears, some of the fluid might drain away from the corner of your eye down into your nose. This may taste a bit funny, but more importantly, you'll lose some of the medicine's benefit. To stop this happening and make sure that the drops stay where they should, you can use a nice clean finger and thumb to pinch your nose in the place where your glasses would normally sit. And please remember to put the lid back on immediately after using the drops. This will help keep them clean. And if you're using 2 or more different eye drops, try to wait at least 5 minutes before putting the next one in. It's all very boring, but worth it. Part 5. Resources. Putting eye drops in is not easy. You may need to listen to this video several times before you find the best solution for you. You can find the film on YouTube by typing in A Guide to Putting Your Eye Drops In, South London Vision. You can also find the film on the South London Vision website at www.southlondonvision.org. And finally, if you're still having trouble, tell your eye nurse or doctor or a friend. They can either put the drops in for you or watch you doing it and help you get it right. And importantly, if you just can't get the drops in, do tell your doctor, because if the drops are not getting in, they can't work. But if you're managing to get the drops in correctly, congratulations! Don't change a thing. Right, well, we've reached the end of this guide to putting your eye drops in. I must admit, I have terrible trouble putting eye drops in. Probably because I've got quite small paws for a guide dog. Anyway, enough about me, I'm off for walkies. Good luck everyone. Woof woof. Thank you to the South London Resource Centre for Visually Impaired People and Guy's and St Thomas's Foundation Trust for your generous support in making this film.